what up, y'all? This just in. We did it! Attention, y'all! Gotta move on! We did it! Gotta move on. When somebody comes and tells you you can't do something, you say, fuck that. Fuck that.
This is not a drill. The feds just got tipped off about something so wild, so outrageous, so downright unbelievable. And now, according to some seriously spicy sources, Sean Diddy Combs might be trying to flee justice, and it has the authorities scrambling. And if you think Diddy and his team are planning for an appeal or a settlement, well, let's just say you missed the mark, because now reports are suggesting about vanishing into thin air before sentencing. So the question is, Diddy really running away from the feds? Let's find out. Now, Diddy's trial had been crazy, and ever since the verdict was announced, people had been talking about it non-stop. Especially now, the reports are suggesting that Diddy might be planning his great escape. You might be asking, how can he do that? Well, just consider this. After months of federal raids, leaked footage, graphic lawsuits, and mounting public pressure, the only thing they could get him on was moving women across state lines. No gun charges, no obstruction, not even a whiff of the alleged trafficking charges that were teased early on. And mind you, the feds reportedly found multiple weapons inside his Miami and LA homes. That alone is already a miss on their part. And yet, somehow, nothing about those weapons made it to court. It's almost like they magically disappeared. Just like that one very mysterious phone. You know, Device 1. The phone Diddy's team straight up pretended didn't exist, even after the feds specifically asked for all electronic devices. That's like telling the IRS you forgot about your offshore account in the Bahamas.
The one that Diddy's team tried to pretend didn't exist, even after federal agents raided his home. Not only did they hide the phone, they doubled down, went full courtroom cosplay.
When the feds finally got wind of that phone's existence, Diddy's lawyers claimed it was protected under something they called employee-client privilege. That's giving, we made it up 5 minutes before court started. The judge literally laughed it off. In the June 9th ruling, Judge Aaron stated point-blank that the argument was not credible and called it a strategic attempt to delay. So, what does this mean? Basically, they are suggesting that this was a game, and the court clocked it. But here's where it gets juicy. The government believes that the phone contained clear evidence of obstruction, not speculation, not theory. They said it in their filings. They even threatened to press additional charges if the delay continued. And yet, when the final list of charges was released, obstruction of justice was nowhere to be found. Like, gone. Now, if you think that's all crazy, y'all better hear this. Because just as the court was sorting through this mess of missing phones and questionable weapons, a source allegedly came forward with a warning for the Department of Justice. Diddy may be planning to escape. Yes, you heard me right. Escape, not an appeal, not show up for sentencing and cry in front of the judge, but flee. I mean, y'all know Diddy really wanted to get out of jail the moment the verdict was announced, but his bail was denied. So planning a way out is not that surprising, right? And listen, I know that sounds dramatic. No one's saying he's tunneling out of a cell with a plastic spoon. But let's be real.
In the US, where Sean Diddy Combs has been denied bail following his conviction for prostitution-related offences. The decision means he will have to remain in jail until the date of his sentencing, which the judge has proposed as the 3rd of October.
Diddy is not your average defendant. He's a billionaire mogul with access to private jets, global real estate, and an inner circle that spans countries and industries. If anyone has the means to vanish before they get locked up, it's him. He could hop on a plane to Dubai tomorrow and claim diplomatic immunity, or lay low in the Caribbean, living his best yacht life while his lawyers stall extradition. It sounds crazy, but it's not impossible, especially if he knows what's coming at sentencing. Because let's not forget, just because the jury didn't convict him on obstruction or tampering doesn't mean those things don't exist. The judge can still factor in those behaviors during sentencing as enhancements, and that's where it gets deadly. So now we have to ask, are they saving it for sentencing? Or are they scared of opening a Pandora's box that could expose not just Diddy, but the entire machine around him? Because remember, this phone was allegedly the blueprint. It had names, photos, audio files, possibly blackmail material. And it wasn't just about what Diddy did. It was about who helped him do it. And let me tell you, the feds do not toss around phrases like obstruction of evidence lightly. But wait, there's more. Let's talk about what might really get the feds to start sweating. Witness tampering. And if you haven't heard this part yet, buckle up, because it's not just shady, it's terrifying.
Diddy's former chef, who was supposed to be a witness testifying against him, is now accusing him of tampering with grand jury witnesses.
Chef Jordan Atkinson, Diddy's former personal chef and one of the women subpoenaed to testify before the grand jury, publicly said that before she even met with federal investigators, someone from Diddy's team reached out to offer her legal help. Not just advice, not just moral support. We're talking full on, we'll pay for your lawyer energy. Now pause. That's not being kind. That's control. Why on earth would the person accused of harming you want to foot your legal bill? Unless, of course, they want to influence what you say. And get this, Jordan was not alone. According to filings and sources close to the case, multiple former employees and associates, bodyguards, assistants, even party staff, got similar messages.
This claim now coming from a recent filing from prosecutors who say that Diddy has made, quote, relentless efforts to contact potential witnesses, including victims of his abuse, who could provide powerful testimony against
Legal assistance, financial help, quiet favors. All of it was offered before these people had even spoken to the government. It's giving hush money dressed up as a designer. It's giving play nice and I'll make sure you're taken care of. And the feds know it. It's in the footnotes. In the redacted filings, they see the play. But still, no formal tampering charge. Add all that to the base charges, and suddenly you're not looking at a 5-year slap on the wrist. You're looking at a 20-year sentence, with no parole, no early release, no cozy home confinement, just bars. And if Diddy knows that, if he feels the walls closing in, the idea that he might be planning an exit route doesn't sound so wild after all. So now, the question becomes, why didn't the DOJ bring those charges in the first place? Here's what some legal insiders are saying. Theory 1. It's chess, not checkers. Prosecutors sometimes go for the easiest, cleanest charges to secure a quick win. Then they save the harder stuff for round 2, sentencing, or even a follow-up indictment. Theory 2. Charging him with tampering would mean acknowledging that witnesses were intimidated, and that opens a whole new can of worms. Because then we have to ask, who else was involved? Who helped keep those victims silent? And it will be a whole different story. Theory 3. This whole thing could take down more than just Diddy. We're talking CEOs, label execs, major brands. If this goes full RICO, the music industry might not recover, and the government may not be ready to blow that up yet. But here's what we do know. Judge Aaron already laid down the vibe. He's not amused, he's not fooled, and at sentencing, he has every right to bring the hammer down. So, what do you think? Are the feds building up to a second wave of charges? Is Diddy about to ghost the country before the cuffs snap on? And why does it feel like the deeper we dig, the more we uncover a system built to protect him instead of punish him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if Diddy tries to pull a Houdini, trust and believe, we'll be the first ones to say, "We told y'all." See you on the next one.